Hey everyone, Adrian Morrison here, and in this video we are going to discuss the website conversion event called purchases. Now, this is the most ideal way for e-commerce marketers and most marketers in general to optimize their ads, but it takes a little bit longer before you can get to this level, right? Because it requires data, it requires history of purchases, so Facebook can assess that and help you find more people likely to buy. So let's just go over this real quick. Your purchase pixel event actually fires on the thank you page after someone places an order. So this means they've given their credit card information, they've hit I agree or order now or buy now, and they've been billed. And you know, whenever you buy something online, the first thing that happens after you buy is you go straight to a thank you page where it gives you your order details, your order number, says thank you so much for your purchase. You know, that's where this is going to happen. That's where this event is going to take place. So clearly this is the most ideal way to optimize your ads because Facebook is looking at not just who visited your site, not who test drove, the car and added a bunch of stuff to the cart. They're looking at the cream of the crop. They're looking at where the money was made. They're looking at your past buyers. They're saying who is more likely to come to this ad, click it, and make an actual purchase and spend some money. So when you're creating an ad for this event, what you're doing is you're telling Facebook to use their intellect and the data that they've collected to help you find people that are more likely to actually make a purchase, okay? Now, Facebook will do this search based off of your pixel history, okay? So if you are brand new and you're starting out, you've never made a sale before, obviously it's gonna be kind of hard for Facebook to know who's gonna buy your product. You need to have some sales under your belt for this to actually kick in and start working. Remember, Facebook only goes off of your data. So I would not recommend optimizing for purchases right out of the gate if you're brand spanking new. And I would start out with view content or add to cart because, those are really easy to quickly build up fast. All right, now, like I said, it takes longer to build up purchase data. You're always going to have more view content and add to cart data. And even though with purchases, you're always going to have less purchases than you are visitors and add to carts. That's just, it's always going to be that way. It's okay though, because the quality of the data gets stronger and stronger as people move through viewing a product page to adding it to their cart to actual buying. So you've got you're going to always have a little bit less data on your purchase pixel, but it's going to be stronger, higher quality data. And that is going to result in way, way, way better odds on converting your ads in the future. I would say that you really need about 100 sales on your store before this really starts to kick in and heat up. So people always say, well, how many sales do I need before I should start optimizing on purchases? Well, some people say 25. I even did a video where it says that's the minimum necessary for it to really kick in. But it's after 100 sales that you can really start to notice a difference. It's really starting to get smart because remember, the more sales you get, the more purchases that happen, the smarter it becomes because it's getting more, it's feeding off of this data and it's able to analyze it and make better decisions for your ads. So even though this is the most ideal way to optimize your ads, it's not always going to be the winner. It's not always going to be the best. It's supposed to be, but there's a lot of things that are supposed to be in life that always aren't. And that's something that you need to realize and recognize. I am an avid split tester. meaning I always run ads and test all of the events, all of the different things that could potentially make me more money. And I've had some cases where optimizing on the add to cart gave me a little bit higher return on investment. Of course, with purchases, I have been able to just do some amazing things, but I have a ton of sales. I have a ton of sales. And so my Pixel is really smart. Remember, you're starting off with a baby Pixel. And the fastest way to build that up and start optimizing is obviously at step one, which is view content, then add to cart, then purchases. So it's like tiers, stepping stones. And you may find sometimes that it's not always as you thought it would be or it's supposed to be, which is okay. That's why you should always just simply split test. It would be easier for me to film this video and say, hey, purchases are the best. This is what you definitely should do and it's always going to work better. But if I did that, I wouldn't be telling the truth. I'd be fluffing this up. It's supposed to be the best, and oftentimes it is. And the majority of my ads are all right now optimizing off of actual sales, right? But there have been many cases where, the view content and the add to cart pixels outperform purchases, which makes no dang sense. So I'm telling you that because I don't want you to say, well, crap, I'm starting out, I'm new. I'm not going to be able, I don't have any purchases, so it's going to be harder for me. No, it's not. Oftentimes view content and add to cart freaking kill it. I'm going to show you a video in just a moment where I show you a case study of 3 different campaigns optimizing off all 3 events, and all 3 of them are profitable. And, you just got to start somewhere. And I'm telling you the best place to start is step 1, obviously. And this is the end goal. This does work very well. This is, for me, my favorite way and the best way for me to optimize my ads, because it's telling Facebook to look at and for buyers. All right. Now let's go into Facebook, and I just want to show you how to find this event. Okay, so here we are in Facebook. We're back on that same page we were in the last 2 videos, but in the box where it says purchase, when I clicked and Facebook brought down a drop-down menu, what I did is I just simply chose purchase. And when you choose the purchase pixel, it's going to try to seek out the buyers, the people that are literally the money spenders. And that's all you do. There's not much to it. There's a lot of why and technical side that I don't understand and that you probably don't understand either. And that doesn't matter. We are just trying to follow the formula and make the best decision possible. I don't have to know how an engine works to crank a car up, right? I don't have to know how the mechanics of putting a car together happen, how to build a car to get in my car and drive it. I just need to know, hey, if I get in a car, I need to start it up, put it into gear, and press the pedal. If I need to stop, I need to hit a brake. I also know that if I get in a Toyota Camry, I'm still going to get to point A to point B, but it might be a little bit slower than if I was driving a Corvette. Now, the Corvette's going to be our add to cart optimization. Getting a Corvette, I'm going to get wherever I want to go pretty dang fast. But if I were to step out of that Corvette and get into, say, a Lamborghini, I'm going to get there even faster, right? But I want you to also look at it like this. By common sense, just by hearing the three names, Toyota Camry, Chevrolet, Corvette, and Lamborghini, common sense is going to tell you which one is the best and fastest car and the most valuable, right? But when you start out in life, not everybody has a multi-million-dollar inheritance. You start out driving the Toyota Camry, and it takes a little while of working. and then you can afford the Corvette. And then after driving the Corvette for a little while, you move up to the Lamborghini, right? It takes time to get into the Lamborghini. And that's the same way with these events. View content, add to cart, and purchase. They're all going to get you to where you want to be. And over time, you can step up, right? When the time is right, after you get the data. And eventually, you will be optimizing for purchases. Just got to, give it some time. I don't want you to jump in and say, well, I'm going to optimize for purchases, and you got no dang data. Facebook's not going to know what to do until after you get a couple of sales. Remember, 25 minimum. 100 sales is where you really start to, be able to make some moves optimizing for purchases. So after this, you just go through and create an ad like I've shown you in other videos, just like normal. Do good targeting, and this is just going to increase your odds of, getting sales. Simple as that. So don't overcomplicate it. Just know that you don't have to understand why it works. You don't have to understand how it works. You just have to understand that, hey, you click this button right here and it's going to do what it's supposed to do for you. You don't have to make it do anything. You just have to click on it, just like you have to get in a car and crank it up. All right, guys? So that's it for this video. Go ahead to the next one. I'm going to show you some really cool stuff. I know that these past 3 videos have been just kind of like PowerPoint slides and then this screen. And that's because there's really not that much to show you on this stuff. It's just, you click a button. But I do want to show you some really cool stuff. I want to show you 3 ads, all optimizing for different events: view content, add to cart, and purchase. And then I'm going to show you something else. So anyways, just go to the next video and you'll see. All right, guys, I'll see you there.